boom, you're at 1 million. What is going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. I'm excited for this one. We're going to be diving into XRP, HBAR, and a few other opportunities in this market. Let's kick it off. Okay guys, before diving into some massive XRP news along with HBAR, I wanted to highlight a very promising alt that I believe will be conservative and a solid returner in the year of 2022. So big shout out first and foremost to Credible Crypto, absolute must follow in the space. I now understand why he is so bullish on this asset, Curve DAO. We have billions of dollars locked up within this DAO, approximately $15 billion total value locked. The entire crypto market is just over $100 billion that it has TVL, and I believe that this number will be in the trillions of dollars in the years ahead. Now, let's dive into this chart. We'll also go into this a bit more, but just showing HBAR. Now, I do believe HBAR has much higher levels. There's other fractals that HBAR is mirroring, just like previous Ethereum drawings years ago. So I believe that HBAR will reach up to these higher prices. But I wanted to show you that Curve, although it does have a $1.5 billion market cap today on all major exchanges, plenty of liquidity, looks very strong as well. Almost like it is where HBAR was back last year. Now, Curve's all-time low was, I believe, like 33 cents. Last November. We'll double check that really quick and talk about opportunity. So right here, Curve, just under $4 today, $1.5 billion market cap. And looking at the historical data on the linear chart, looks like an asset that really is still in accumulation, but starting to awaken from its all-time high price, down 92%. That is something I like to swing the bat on. Yep, so the all-time low, 33 cents, and we can see it's up about 1,000% from its all-time high. But comparing other assets that are in the top 100 or even top 5, we can see since May 2020, Solana is up 39,000%. So what if Curve is still down in this area, ready to break out, right around here, and where it's at today, before the big breakout? Now, do I think that Curve at least reaches maybe $15 from the last August 2020 price? Yes, I do. I think it's within the realm of possibility, and I'll show you some of the fib retracements as well. And remember, the all-time high is $54. So pulling up the price chart, we have Curve on the far left, we have HBAR in the middle, and we have Casper Labs on the right. Now notice, daily, daily, daily. And yes, I believe that HBAR is finishing up another cup and handle pattern. And yes, I still believe that HBAR reaches these golden extensions, potentially even higher levels during this bullish cycle before it ends. I know people are calling zero just like all the time, nothing's new. Hopefully they've studied the cycles and fully understand what that means, but I still believe that alts have levels to reach before the bear market starts. So just wanted to point out this beautiful cup. We're kind of in this cup and handle pattern or accumulation and finally breaking out. So my bias that I've been showing for 2 months now, since Casper was even down here before breaking out, is that's what's important, buying before the breakout, specifically in an asset that you know has a strong roadmap and big institutional investors behind them, just like Curve on every single crypto exchange. Now, I believe that Casper is, somewhere around this level or potentially even lower levels, and Curve looks like it's actually in a similar position. So very interesting to see that. Just wanted to point it out, and you can see the 702 shows about $16 using this exchange. And as we can see from the swing high, swing low, HBAR did in fact top out around that level of the 786 or 100% retracement before coming back down to form another cup. This is what we see in the market time and time again, like clockwork, and even coming back down, back testing the 236. You can see this wick right here as well on Curve. Look at this. You can hit the 236 and then they crashed. Well, what did Casper do? Hit the 236 and crashed. So a lot of these fractals do in fact mirror one another. So if you're looking for basic confluence, I'd be looking at these retracements around the 618, 702 level at the very least for Curve in the months ahead. So whether that's a 3 or 4x, if you get a 4x and then you wait a few more months and get another 4x, that is a 16x return on your crypto portfolio, or at least whatever you're trading within that. That is beyond powerful. People in the stock market will brag if they have a 20 or 30% year. And you can get a 1,600% ROI by buying something, waiting months, hits price targets, put it into the next one. Wait a few months, hits price targets, round and round we go. And also guys, Ryan Selkis, if you do not know who this guy is, he's the founder of Masari Crypto. I listen to the deca millionaires and billionaires in this cryptocurrency space that have been here since the beginning of Bitcoin, or at the very least, the beginning of Ethereum. These people are well connected. Barry Silberts of Digital Currency Group Why on earth would he be calling certain things and then they later on come to happen? I believe they know a lot more than they let on. I use that as part of my indicator as well. And now Ryan Selk is pointing this out. I don't remember everybody being so panicky in 2018 and 2014. I think that's probably why we aren't at a top yet. Do you know how much money the institutional investors are making in this market by doing multiple crashes or flash crashes per year by wicking out noobs? A lot. These drops happen because they work. So keep an eye on Ryan Selkis, Barry Silbert, the people in the know that are running some of the largest crypto hedge funds, or at the very least connected to those VCs. Okay, now let's kick it off into some XRP and Ripple news. Wrath Economy sharing. Ripple user Amnis Treasury, a Swiss financial technology firm, is expanding into Europe with their new payment institution license. Amnis is an international payment platform for small-medium enterprises, and they are a Ripple user. We have shared by the Nikkei, stablecoins to face new restrictions over in Japan. We've been hearing this forever. So right out of Tokyo, Japan is acting to limit the number of issuers of cryptocurrencies like Tether, which are backed by such reserve assets as the dollar or the yen, joining the US in moving toward tougher restrictions on a growing segment of finance. And there's still going to be people that say, so-and-so is going to zero. Whatever you believe, go with it. But I'm still going to be in the altcoin market. I'm not holding $500,000 in Tether on some foreign exchange. No thanks. Too risky. If I'm sitting in cash on the sidelines, it's usually in US dollar. And if I had to choose a stablecoin, it would be USDC, US dollar coin of Circle and Center, which has ties to XLM. Arguably now, HBAR and Algorand. So really the fantabulous four, including XRP. I also wanted to read John E. Deaton's tweet right here. This is really calling out the SEC. I want to talk about this scenario, not financial advice. This is solely his thoughts on the matter, but I do find it interesting, and this is why I want to share. How a couple rulings and a bull market could transform XRP into the only altcoin with clarity. There's a way for the Ripple case to end, and all parties will win. It requires two things. One, favorable rulings for Ripple on fair notice and on the deliberative process privilege. And number two, an altcoin bull market causing XRP to surpass its all-time high. Remember, all-time high was $3.84 on the highest exchange. So for example, if XRP even just hit $5 or higher, Ripple owns approximately 50 billion XRP. A $5 XRP would actually make Ripple the company being worth $250 billion, $250 billion, significantly more valuable than Morgan Stanley or Goldman Sachs. And this could potentially be good. So if Judge Torres denies the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense and Judge Netburn overrules the SEC's claim that the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP documents are privileged, Gary Gensler, the SEC chairman, and the SEC could be facing a very significant precedent-setting loss with huge implications. Those implications could cause the SEC to avoid a trial or summary judgment. So if XRP were to hit $5, just $5, Ripple could sell 10% of the monthly unlocked escrow and pay a settlement fine totaling as high as $500 million, providing Gary Gensler with a public victory, so he's happy and can appease his masters, and bragging rights. And it would be one of the biggest settlements in the SEC history, making all his people some massive amounts of money. Now, if the settlement includes, and also it's a drop in the bucket because Ripple would be able to afford it with ease and go on to still be one of the largest companies, just like they've been quoted to say, becoming the Amazon of payments. And XRP is the liquidity of that. There's going to be people that panic sell XRP. That's fine. Do what's best for you. I will be holding my XRP. XRP is in the top 10 getting sued by the SEC. There's been more FUD about this particular asset than anything in the world. And I cannot wait to ride this wave out with you guys. And we're going to get called lucky. There's going to be people that will not make it. And that's okay. They have not done the research. I certainly have. And this is why I continue to make videos. Because we're here to fight to finish. And I will not be stopping making videos until our fight is finished. I'm not leaving any man behind. If the settlement includes a declaration that ongoing sales of XRP are not securities, going forward, XRP gets relisted on all exchanges and clarity is established. The floodgates open, the glass ceiling is broken. The SEC can use the money to create a fund that helps reimburse harmed XRP holders. That would be great. Gensler gets the credit helping his political chances. Ripple goes public and immediately becomes one of the most valuable fintech companies in the world, replacing Swift entirely. XRP returns to battling Ethereum for the number 2 spot. XRP holders get to finally see which technology wins. And FYI, guys, I love Ether. Yes, I know the gas fees, blah, 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 but it has the integrations, the most developers, and it also has contributed, just like Bitcoin, to this massive crypto ecosystem that we have today. So does everyone win in the above scenario? The SEC wins because they won the biggest case in history and won hundreds of millions of dollars. Ripple wins, they get clarity, can finally start scaling and launching throughout the United States, which also makes all their customer base way more comfortable. And I believe it would just have a massive impact on XRP's price as well. Remember, banks can custody crypto and hold crypto assets. Or acting comptroller of currency, Brian Brooks, in the past made it legal in July 2020 for banks to hold, custody cryptocurrencies. Cough, cough, XRP. If banks, FIs, all these groups are able to hold crypto or hold XRP, that reduces the supply exponentially. Why would you want to hold pre-funded accounts around the globe that are trillions in dollars when you can just hold XRP and that can instantly convert to any fiat currency and you're saving the spread? You're not going from the dollar to the yen to the rupee. You're right away in XRP, and if you need the rupee, converts it right then and there. You are saving spread, you are saving fees, you are saving liquidity. I know the OGs and well-researched people in this market are well aware of the benefits, and this is why I'm so damn excited, but just wanted to repeat that for any newcomers. So Ripple wins. XRP holders who never sold win. But what about the other crypto projects? If the above scenario happens, ironically, only Bitcoin and XRP would be safe. Can Ethereum investors honestly say they're not worried? ADA? Now, me personally, I think Ethereum is going to be fine. I think there's way too much money in ETH, especially behind the billionaires. So that will never happen, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe ETH does get in big trouble. But I just think that the SEC loves Ethereum. I think that there's some mutual interests. If you look at Jay Clayton, who is the former SEC chairman, and now where he's working and on the board and behind Fireblocks and behind the that other massive hedge fund, you know, I think ETH is going to be fine. But everyone has their thoughts. So during their investigation, and this was all over the news, guys, on Fox, we had Charles Gasparino, and then Eleanor spoke to former SEC officials. And you can listen to what Gasparino said on the Liz Clayman show as well. I thought this was so powerful. We've even seen Brad Garlinghouse interview Charles as well. So this is very, very public. I don't think the SEC is happy with that because they're trying to keep this very, very quiet. But regulation will come. After investigating, Gasparino concludes that it is possible that Gensler is waiting on the outcome of the Ripple case, and then he may go after Ether. Interesting. Now, the outcome is not limited to winning on the merits. The outcome could be a huge settlement. And if the SEC does really come after Ada Cardano, I wouldn't be surprised, but I also think that ADA would be okay. Isn't it funny that the SEC didn't go after ADA when it was 3 cents in March of 2020? They didn't care. They wait until it's at an all-time high price, up thousands of percent, because then they have much more money. They can come at them, get a much bigger win. And it's not coincidence, by the way, that the SEC targets Ripple, the company, right before this bull run begins, as Ethereum and Bitcoin are creating a new all-time high price. And it was on Jay Clayton's last day as SEC chairman, and this is when he decided to throw the case at them. This is all a game. This is a political battle. High school never ends. It is just such a joke to me that people can't see through that. And this is why I think the XRP community is so intelligent for understanding this. I talk on a daily basis to some very, very well-connected people, and they're heavy in XRP. They see this as a massive opportunity. This is the largest lawsuit in crypto history. Now, no, I'm not selling my XRP to go buy other assets. With Curve, I'm basically probably going to take a position. I do not own any today, FYI. Maybe some dust on like Binance US. I don't sell my main holds or my long-term holds that have yet to perform to go chase other assets. I will just begin dollar cost averaging to other assets when they're below my retracements, and Curve looks great. And obviously Casper. Thank you, Johnny Deaton, and all other lawyers and attorneys that are really bringing this to light and protecting the people as much as possible. Also, guys, we can see that actually Credible Crypto believes that we're going to be hitting $40 for Curve, continuing this bullish cycle into mid next year. Now, let's actually just look at the chart really quick while I have you. Remember, the HBAR actually targeted the 1618 thus far. Yes, I believe we go well past $1, guys. But $40 from today's price, that is a 10x return. That's actually around that 1618 level. Very interesting. I'm actually going to dive into the chart and look at this later. Can you imagine waiting 6 months or 8 months for a 10x return with, $10,000? Boom, you have 100K. Then you put that into another 10xer, boom, you're at $1 million. This is the power of patience and compounding returns. Doesn't happen maybe in a couple of weeks, a couple months. Would love nothing more. We've seen crazier things in crypto and would love to see that. And yes, these DAOs, these TVL type of DEXs and platforms have the potential to reach very high prices, especially the winner. And this is rank number 2. So just think of Pareto's law, the 80-20 principle. It's already in the top 2. Also, wanted to highlight Matthew Liny. So we have India National Strategy on Blockchain towards enabling trusted digital platforms. They mention Ripple, they mention Hyperledger, and they focus on the ISO standards. Messaging has to come before settlements. So we can see December 2021, Government of India. Now, why am I talking about India? Why am I talking about XRP? Because the Reserve Bank Governor of India, the entire country, was speaking at Ripple's swell. And we've shown that video time and time again. You can type in Reserve Bank of India Governor Swell, and you'll see him speaking at Ripple's annual event, discussing XRP, discussing central bank digital currencies. You see Hyperledger is mentioned right here. We have DLT with the ISO standards and the Indian requirements. And look at this, the Bureau of Indian Standards. I almost thought it was the Bank of International Settlements there. With the UBRI initiative, the University Blockchain Research Initiative. Not surprised one bit. Remember Volante, one of the largest tech providers in the world, and yes, they send trillions, meaning more than $2 trillion on a daily basis. They're integrated with Ripple and XRP. We've seen the Ripple processor module, and we've seen XRP specifically mentioned. Now, they're also huge within the domestic clearinghouse of the United States. You can learn more at theclearinghouse.org. You'll see Volante and a bunch of other Ripple partners. Surprise, surprise. Now, Ripple Integrator, Volante, mentions Ripple in the recent cross-border payments ebook. So this is a recent ebook. I'm not showing stuff from 2015. This is recent. So very interesting. Linked right here. I did in fact retweet it, and we can see. Next generation cross-border mechanisms such as Swift GPI, messaging. Ripple, with the XRP ledger, solves the settlement layer, which is the problem. Visa B2B, and remember, Ariba network is a massive network. And guess what? They're going to be using crypto assets. So Volante allows banks to realize the opportunity of this market, accessing a full range of cross-border payment and clearing and settlement mechanisms, bringing traditional markets to next generation in one modern cloud-native platform. Also saw this, Bank XRP sharing this Canadian exchange, Newton Crypto, is delisting XRP. XRP and Tether will no longer be supported on this exchange. I've never heard of them, but we'll keep an eye on this. Ripple user, National Bank of Fujairah, this is huge, announced 2 new banking products for small-medium enterprises. Do they use Ripple here? They mention preferential rates on USD and free remittance transactions in local and foreign currencies and many other services. Also shared by Gator Trader, I know this has been circulating for quite some time. Let me retweet this for anybody curious. It shows XRP. This is years ago, back in the 90s to 2003. And remember, XRP has a lot of acronyms out there, but I just wanted to show you the IMF, the International Monetary Fund of the globe, has been using XRP abbreviation for a long time. It stands for Exchange Rate Peg. No coincidences, I agree. And so, of course, you can see XRP, 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 and all these different fiat currencies in a list of countries. Seems like XRP, whether it's extremely rapid payments, or, of course, it used to stand for Ripples. So they put X in front of it, just like gold and silver have X in front of them as their ticker, and XLM in a lot of these ISO tokens, wink, wink, because it means that they're owned by not one single country. And right here, let's zoom in just so you guys see it. Ireland, XRP, Kazakhstan, NA, of course I picked the wrong one, Jordan, XRP, you know, exchange rate peg across the board for all these currencies. And keep an eye on the BRICS nations. If you did not see what King Solomon put out recently with the Russian central bank trialing XRP, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Let me find it real quick. So on XRP Owl, looks like he found another patent, shocker, digital decoupling. Another share, July 2018, more than 1,000 companies using Ripple. Santander, UniCredit, UBS, the Royal Bank of Canada. How many do you think there are? It's been 3 or 4 years at this point. Well over 1,000. And we'll finish up with this, guys. So, King Solomon sharing, Central Bank of Russia. A successful testing for XRP, the digital asset for use in multinational payment systems. I don't care what Bob42069 on Twitter says about XRP, because the central banks of the world, the largest FIs, the largest technology providers, have trialed it or are continuing to do proof of concepts for a reason. This is for future proofing, guys. This isn't for fun. It's not because we want them to use XRP. It's because they are using it because it is one of the most efficient advanced technologies with over 60 million plus ledgers closed without issue. But But alright guys, that's enough out of me. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, I did retweet this for the IMF, and we're going to keep an eye on Curve, CRV, as we continue to await for alt season. All links can be found in the video description of active crypto resources that I use, and until next time.